It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons' speedy running back.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely... on EA Sports from the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And when Kellen Mond left College Station, he held most of Texas A&M's passing records, total yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And then he went to the NFL draft in 2021 on the heels of being the 2000.
They start with a give to counter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Again, it's counter. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
This defense fights for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now Mond. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it. And
returnable for Lockett. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his pass, incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him to...
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in.
First series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second out, you go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. That he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Back to the air, Mond. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. They'll get only 3 defensively. You're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first.
Keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there.
On winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39, Mon. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Drake let that pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. A much different set.
Your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. This again. Amon fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Right.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 31. They'll try for the first with Walker. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5.
Look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On the counter, it's Connor. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
4 yards in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st down, here's Mon. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to move it down inside to the 25.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. We'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others,
the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That one good.
If you give him any type of blocking, always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw here. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
About preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Until about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice. Once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Down carry, and then followed up on 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone,
they'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Talk with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away as we just said.
It's a gain of 3 and it gets him to 4. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one, and in this case, it's really vital.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a carry for Algier headed right. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sees the short yardage runs and goes to one of those.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact,
saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mon. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the camp.
Algier going straight ahead. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Connor up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2. Mon looks to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Down.
Mon going to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
So many options, you made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is incomplete.
Their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this
field as he gears up to go again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. That's a step in the right direction defensively here.
That can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively after the second down play.
So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much.
12 after the loss. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. So no gain on the play. The drive will start with Connor.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
In that play. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 20.
Defensive player of the week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
3rd down from the gun, it's on. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus,
on the handoff, Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defense.
Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff to Connor. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
A little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get. What do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one off the mark behind him.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time. But the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, this is just a continuation.
Now as from their end zone, they get it away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like...
As you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks down all night. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Algier will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right. And
gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, made position again, and I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
Think, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On the counter, it's Connor. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row. You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for it with Algier. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, after being in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to...
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. Brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard.
Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
In the NFL, in terms of number of catches, one significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in this game knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
It's a grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short.
And to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The second down play not much better than the first.
In situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching tight end complete. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Falcons, they pick up win number 4 on the